these guys are having fun at Mac Jones' expense. I need you to explain to us what the expectations would be for Mac Jones now that he's right where we all expect him to be with Bill Belichick in New England.
We're having fun
you guys,
at Mac Jones'
you guys
expense.
have been
We
very
just didn't
rude.
see him going third in the draft, Paul. That's all.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Well, they're showing pictures of the poor guy, the way he walks.
He walks kind of like Bill Belichick. What do you want me to say?
He just looks non-athletic to me. I'm just going to
he's
keep it
athletic
100.
in the pocket.
I'm going to keep it 100,
Paul,
Paul.
help us out.
I wasn't sold. I wasn't sold.
And so am I. Key, here's the deal. If everyone had not reported a couple weeks ago that Mac Jones was going to be number 3 at San Francisco, would we have thought as much of him? That changed the perception. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, I was dumbfounded when I heard that, because I'm thinking to myself, a year ago today, if you guys had called me, I would have said, I'm not sure Mac Jones will start at Alabama because Bryce Young was coming in and he was the next wonderkin. He had a phenomenal year. I won't waste your time going through his QBR. We all know it. But I'm not that surprised, and I'm also a little concerned about this rather lazy, well, Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. Really? Have you guys watched the New England Patriots in the last couple of years? Tom Brady knows what he's doing. I'm not sure Bill Belichick does. He's made some dubious coaching hires, starting with his son. And he's made some, I think, disastrous draft choices. So I like Mac Jones a lot. I know I'm burying the lead here. I think he's a very good quarterback. Will he be a great NFL quarterback? I have no earthly idea. But don't confuse the fact that just because Bill Belichick drafts you and he's never drafted a quarterback before, well, big deal. I mean, why did he need to draft a quarterback in the first round before that Mac Jones is automatically going to be the next Peyton Manning?
I didn't think you would be able to hit the home run you just did, but you hit it out the park.
Gone.
That's for
See
sure,
ya.
Paul.
Wow.
How Alabama?
I mean, I'm more concerned about Bill Belichick's future in New England than I am Mac Jones's future in New England.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Because I see a coach who was a perfectionist, who did everything right all those years, who was untouchable, and I see him getting lazy late in his career. I see him making moves that don't remind me of Bill Belichick. And everybody wants to compare Bill Belichick and Nick Saban. Nick Saban has never changed. The money, the championships, he's still the same guy he was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Bill Belichick's not. Keyshawn, you know guys that play on that team.
Keep me out of it. Don't bring me in it, Paul, please.
We need oven mitts. It's getting
I'm
going
to move on from Bill Belichick and Paul, and I'm going to ask Paul about the Alabama 6 first-round guys that was
Don't
taken.
deflect. Double down on it.
Come on, let's
Stay on it.
Again, Paul, I want to ask you about
hey, guys, one more question. I'll have Bill Belichick fired before training camp.
Hey, oh wait, Paul, I got yelled at about Bill Belichick being in a hot seat somewhat this year.
Yeah, you have. But look, let's move on. Alabama had 6 first-rounders taken in the draft, and you mentioned Coach Saban. What does that say about the damn program, though, man? Well, like, what's going on? What are they drinking down there in Tuscaloosa?
It's a football factory, and I don't mean that in a negative way. But if you're a young kid, doesn't matter whether you're in Maine or Montana, and you want to get to the next level, Alabama better be on your list, Keyshawn. You know that. And Saban has always been good, but he's never been this good. And why is he good? Well, look who's on his staff right now. He's got Doug Marrone coaching the offensive line. He's got Bill O'Brien as his offensive coordinator. And folks in Houston and Jacksonville can say all they want about those guys as head coaches, but these are really good coaches who he now has helping develop players for what? To go to the next level. And I think it's simple. There are a handful of programs right now in America that if you want to get to the NFL and if you want your name called on that final Thursday night in April, that's where you go. And it's not when Nick Saban came to Alabama in 2007, the 2008 draft, I don't believe there was an Alabama player taken. We can double check that, but I don't think there was. That's how far. He develops players. He has a great eye. Development is the key. Anyone can screw up a 5-star. It's another thing to develop a player. I mean, look at Devontae Smith. I mean, he was a really good player coming out of Louisiana. They made him into a first-round pick and a Heisman winner, and arguably one of the greatest single performances that we've ever seen in college football, which is what we saw this year.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, let's talk about a 5-star player in Jamar Chase. Now him and Joe Burrow are paired up together, playing together in college. How do you think that will pan out for Cincinnati? And was that the right pick at that position?
I don't know. I'm always a little bit leery of let's marry the college and pro guy because Joe Burrow had a few other weapons other than Jamar Chase, if you remember, and he had one of the greatest teams I've ever seen compiled. So I that's great for Twitter. Hey, Tua, Jalen and Smitty together. Waddle and I don't really care about that stuff, and I know you don't either. Jay Will, to me, it's a questionable pick. I'm not a draft Nick, so I'm not going to give you 100 other reasons, but I didn't like it.
Paul, one thing we do know is you will always bring it no matter what time of day. We appreciate it. It's a lot warmer in the studio. Keyshawn's uncomfortable. We got to definitely get the air conditioning on after having you on.
Did you guys explain why Bill Belichick's calling me on my other line?